Do you think there is any connection or any similarity between running and investing? Welcome to Subramani. Today let us explore the connection between the two. First of all, both are individual sport, right? Running is an individual sport. You cannot ever complain that I did not have a game today because my partner did not come, right? Let's take badminton, let's take cricket, that's even worse. You need the whole team to be present. In badminton, you need at least one more person to be present, right? And you need the courts to be open. So for all these reasons, you may or may not be able to play your sport or do your practice or whatever. Whereas swimming, cycling, running and all are individual sports, so you can always do it whatever you want, whenever you want, according to your timing, according to your mood, etc. Right? So first of all, both. Similarly, investing is an individual sport. You cannot say my father didn't do, my mother didn't do, or blame the environment. Of course, we all do that. We blame right from God to the Prime Minister to the local politician, but I'm saying that there is no such excuse at all. So first of all, it's an individual sport, so you can start. Second, there is no entry barrier. Anybody can start at any age. So ideally, yes, you should have started at the age of 1 or at the age of 2. Somebody should have encouraged you, put you in a runner's academy, and you would have become perhaps a great runner or at least a good runner. Nobody did it, your parents were not interested, nothing, you realized all this only at the age of 21, 22, great, at least you can start. Okay, you still missed the bus, you were late, you started only at 40, no problem. This sport, running and investing, can just be started at any age, and it can go on for the rest of your life. Remember, it can go on for the rest of your life. You could be 80, 90, 100. There is a Fauja Singh who is perhaps 100 plus, who is running very successfully, and he is also a late starter. I think he started only in his 60s. So if you are in your 40s, don't think it's too late. You can still start anytime. Anybody can start. Similarly, in investing, ideally when you're 1 year old, your dad should have taken your PAN card, opened a PPF account, or even better, started an SIP, putting away 5,000-10,000 rupees a month. You would have been a rich man by the time you're 55, 60. Your dad didn't do it, great. You passed your engineering, you did your MBA, only at 31 you realize what's a mutual fund. There is no problem, you started, right? That's more important. So start, continuing to invest, that's the key. You don't have too much money, you can't invest, start with 40 rupees a day, right? You see this book, 40 rupees a day is what you need to invest. So even when you start with 40 rupees a day, then keep increasing it to say 44 rupees a day and 48 rupees a day, you will have in excess of 10 crores, maybe about 12-13 crores by the time you're 60, 65, right? That's important. Start small, doesn't matter. Similarly, start doing small jogs. On day 1, you won't be able to run a 42-kilometer marathon, but you will be able to do 500 meters, you will be able to do 1 kilometer, so you will do 500 meters one way, then you will come back. Tired halfway, no problem, walk, not a problem, not an issue at all. It is an individual sport, you have to do it at the speed at which you have to do it. You have to invest in debt funds, in equity funds, in gold, in real estate, what have you, at your pace and at your comfort level. Now, if you have had a very troubled childhood and you have seen your parents fight over money, you might be very scared to let go of money. So you will be very conservative in your investing, no problem at all. Start slow, it doesn't matter, right? So somebody has been an orphan, he's been brought up in an orphanage, obviously he's very, very insecure about his money. So, or he could be completely reversed and say, I don't care, I started from zero, so I can go back to zero. Each person's attitude is different. Exactly same in running. Some people start off and then give up. Don't do that. Chota start, doesn't matter, but as long as you've done the start, make sure you don't give up. Lage raho, absolutely lage raho, right? So we saw it's an individual sport. The speed at which you run, the speed is far more important than the speed at which your neighbor is running. Next is to get coaches. Even in running, initially you don't need a coach. All you have to do is get up and be there, right? So 6 a.m. run, you have to run at 6 a.m. You can't say, today my head is aching, today it is raining, or things like that. Behave like a professional. If you were a professional, would you postpone a meeting because it is raining? Would you postpone a meeting because you have a slight headache? The answer is no. But when it comes to running, and especially if you're doing it as a hobby, you will say, today it's raining, I have a slight headache, right? So you will find excuses. Don't try to find excuses even while investing. You have to do 40 rupees a day, you have to do 40 rupees a day. That is about 1200 rupees a month. If you're doing an annual SIP, let us say 1500 rupees a month is what you're doing. Don't find excuses. Don't say, today is my sister's wedding, my father asked me for money, my brother wanted something, my friend wanted a loan. Everybody can find an excuse for not investing. And that is exactly why an automatic SIP makes sense, because you're never asked, should I? So it has to be automatic. Exactly like that, your running should be automatic. You should get up in the morning and go for a run. Get yourself good coaches. Coaches can help, because we do not know how much we should run. In fact, the problem with the amateurs is they run too much and cause injury, right? They don't know what to eat. So you need a health coach, you need a running coach. I'm not saying you need to spend too much money. You can do a very simple thing. Join the running groups. We have a group here called NMR, Navi Mumbai Runners. It's free. So people join the group and they get enough guidance. Make sure you take the guidance properly and do exactly how it affects your body. You need to understand that. So if you are a 40-year-old, you have diabetes, you have blood pressure, check with your doctor before you start running, right? Now, how does that apply to investing? A lot of gurus are available on YouTube, on blogs, in books, right from the Buffetts of the world, the Lynches of the world, and you have Ken Fisher, Phil Fisher. But remember, all these people have written the books in the US, and most of them have made their wealth in the 60s and 70s when life was not so difficult. Today life is far more difficult. See how much of that you can use and how much of that you have to reject, and how much of that is applicable to you in India today, right? Use all the data, use all the information, use all the coaches, but then see what is applicable to you. That is far more important. So let me repeat this. It is a lonely sport, so we all get together, we run in the event. The only time when we are together is at the start of the event. After that, each person has to run his or her own race. You will not get great company. You will have to run on your own. You will have to know the speed at which you run, and right, how crowded the lanes are, and where you should accelerate, where you should walk. You should know all that. You don't expect somebody else to be able to tell you that. Similarly, you've got all your coaches, maybe you got a financial advisor, you got a fund manager. They are all doing their job, but ultimately only you know how much of risk profile, what kind of a risk profile you have, how much risk you want to take, when will you touch the money, will you panic when the market goes down. That is an individual sport, right? So you don't need to be a part of a race. You don't need the accolades and the claps of the people in the crowd. You just don't need any of those things while investing. All you have is you and your single journey. You have to meet all your goals, right? So if you had a goal that in 10 minutes you would have done so much, in the first 10 kilometers should have happened in 8 minutes, sorry, in about 45 minutes or 48 minutes, right? So those kind of things, you set yourself intermediate goals while running, and exactly like that you set for yourself some milestones. At 32 I should have achieved this, at 42 I should have achieved this, and make sure you're heading for your goal. And when it's a simple sport, you need to carry your own stopwatch, find out whether you're going as per the plan. There will be stopwatches available, but you do not know how accurate it is. You do not know where you were when the stopwatch was started. It was started at the start of the race, but you reached the starting point only 7 minutes late. So for you, you have to reduce 7 minutes. Whereas if it's your own stopwatch, you don't have to worry about those things, right? So carry your own equipment, maybe carry a little bit of food. Nutrition and rest are important. You need to understand that the market will have volatility. That is a resting period, right? You cannot say I will run continuously. It is not possible. There will be times when you feel tired, you need to take a break. Exactly like that in the mutual funds you have invested, or in the equity which you have invested, there will be some times when it does not move. That's a great resting period. Don't underestimate the importance of rest and nutrition in running. Similarly, you need coaches, but you have to take your own call. And there will be a lot of times when the market is on the pause mode, sometimes when it is on a negative mode. You need to know how to react. That's all. Thank you.